Virat Kohli, the under-19 captain of the Indian team.
2020 is we hadn't played a lot. दूसरी चीज franchise cricket, the opportunity to play with different players from all over the world that we looked up to. We were buzzing and how.
I remember watching him as an under-19 player at the under-19 World Cup and seeing this very aggressive, and then I heard in Port Win that he's actually my teammate, and I was like, oh my goodness, I've got to play with this kid.
Here's a guy who can actually play cricket, bat really well, play cricket really well, but a typical Delhi boy. Someone who had ability, who had flair, who had style, sure.
He asked the right questions, and I would just watch the way that he was on the coach with the players. We had Kumble, we had Dravid, we had Boucher, we had Callis, we had Steyn, there was Ross Taylor.
Playing with Anil Bhai for the first time, Rahul Bhai, all these legends of the game. For me, it was like, man, this is like I'm in fantasy land.
Good opportunity for the young man. This is great for the youngsters. Given a stage like this to show their prowess.
He was a gun player, great attitude, preparation अलग करता था, process अलग था उसका.
विराट कोहली एक ऐसे खिलाड़ी हैं जो जिनको लोग बहुत पसंद करते हैं, एक ऐसा युवा खिलाड़ी जिसने वो जान फूंक दी थी उस टीम में.
He's written his own script.
If you are mentally tough, you can win over any situation.
The consistency is unfathomable. A fifth IPL 100.
Virat Kohli, you beauty! Gets 100.
And welcome to final for the ICC Cricket World Cup Under-19.
I captained the World Cup, won the World Cup.
Yes, they finished it in style. Going absolutely crazy. The skipper, he's got a stump.
This is great to see. The Indians have won the Under-19 World Cup.
So from then on, things became a little bit more serious.
Well, after the final, I remember as soon as we got down from the aeroplane, and I think Virat mentioned that life is going to change. Life बदलने वाली है आपसे. During that phase, BCCI announced IPL. And then we were all taken aback, and then we never thought that the under-19 players will be included in the IPL. But then when the BCCI announced that each player, in fact, each team will have a couple of players from the IPL. No auction, just get drafted to the squads.
The first draft that happened after we won the Under-19 World Cup, I think Delhi Daredevils, back then Capitals now, had the first bid, if I'm not wrong, first draft. And they decided to go with someone. It wasn't even picked. You had to give your preference as to who you want, and it was done. And RCB was second, and I was picked by RCB.
Nobody picked. I think a couple of franchises who got a chance earlier or before RCB to pick the under-19 cricketers, they didn't pick Virat Kohli. RCB has done, by having Virat Kohli in their ranks.
I was in awe of everyone. मैं तो कभी किसी से मिला नहीं था. So Zakpa I had met a couple of times with Yuvipa and everyone, because we played for North Zone, so Yuvipa and me kind of knew each other from before. And Zakpa, I knew a little bit from him, but then all the other international cricketers, it was completely new territory for me. So all the South African players, even playing with Anil Bhai for the first time, Rahul Bhai, all these legends of the game, for me it was like, man, this is like I'm in fantasy land, the feeling was that.
Suddenly we see a young Indian under-19 captain walks in with a different walking style, and he sees around the all. And the rest of the seniors were all, oh, yeah, he's under-19 captain, yes, we all know that. And he says, I don't care, but I'm the boss.
We were very naive. We were very naive to even understand, this enormous dressing room and atmosphere. We just won the Under-19 World Cup, and we thought the world is on our feet. There was a kind of mistake as well to think something like that. We were very outspoken, both of us. In fact, Virat, me, we loved our music. I remember Virat used to play songs on the dressing room as well.
Virat was eager to learn. He always wanted to, ask questions regarding on how to bat or whoever. He was not like afraid or anything like that to approach them. In the nets back then, 2008, and Virat was one of them. We always used to have a challenge in the nets that, if you get beaten, you need to pick me some gift, or you need to take me out for a drink or a meal or a snack or anything. That was a challenge which the seniors also, like Anil Kumble and Rahul Dravid, set the tone for Virat. So that became a little bit of standard for Virat also to build his from the under-19 days to the men's cricket. The transformation happened in that RCB camp. He loved batting. He wanted to just bat. The only bit was, like I said, the extra discipline wasn't there in 2008.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's a rocking evening of the DLF Indian Premier League. We are thrilled today to have the captains of all the 8 teams with us, the world's greatest cricketers. Rahul Dravid will spin the coin. Rahul, you won the toss. What have you decided?
Yeah, we'll have a ball first, Ravi.
Up in the air. Will it go to third man? Oh, it's gone over him. Wow! The first 6 of the DLF IPL.
And what a start to this Indian Premier League.
Take a bow, McCullum. And it'll be very difficult for the home team really to come back to challenge the Knight Riders after the beating that they've got from McCullum.
Ishant Sharma has picked up a wicket straight away. Look at him celebrate. The Knight Riders are on a roll tonight. Virat Kohli is the new man at the crease.
Honestly, I was really nervous. मुझे अभी भी आधा मैं guard mark कर रहा था and I was like, मतलब मैं सिर्फ, you see, I was looking at the crowd only, कि इतने सारे लोग हैं. Different experience, very different. And I was using 5 because Cameron White was in the team then. He used to use 18.
Yes, he will have played Ishant Sharma in the nets quite a few times, Virat Kohli. But this is the big occasion, big crowd, lots of noise.
Playing in the IPL was something that I was not able to crack to a large extent for the first 3 seasons.
He even saw himself as equal with some of the greats in that side. And that, I think, he was the first one to see it, and we saw it a few years later.
Playing in the IPL was something that I was not able to crack to a large extent for the first 3 seasons.
Oh dear, this is turning very nasty.
Don't think he had a great tournament the first season, but he still had confidence.
Here's a guy who can actually play cricket, bat really well, play cricket really well, but a typical Delhi boy.
It used to frustrate him that, he's not having a season like he wanted to.
मैं अपनी टीम में तो था ही, then opposition also, I'm looking at all these cricketers and I'm like, कहाँ गया हो यार, like,
Virat was always inquisitive and he was always asking questions. How do I get better? What do I do?
He even, saw himself as equal with some of the greats in that side. And that, I think, he was the first one to see it, and we saw it a few years later.
He's written his own script.
If you are mentally tough, you can win over any situation.
The consistency is unfathomable. A 5th IPL 100.